So with that, let me come to the last interview session with none other than Terence. Welcome, Terence. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. Interesting. So far, the segment have been doing. How have you been enjoying the last?
Very good.
Yep.
Excellent.
It's really
a lot of
encouraging.
takeaways and learnings from
You see,
everybody.
even as champions, we also learn from
Yes.
the pointers from the others.
Definitely.
Yep. How people continuously want to do business. What is a deeper meaning and a purpose? Okay, let me just give you Terence Wong. My apologies, Terence Wong. Okay, and what's so interesting here is this. Terence joined us 1st January 2021.
That's right.
So you're barely here for 7 months.
That's right.
Okay. And interestingly, Terence has been a champion platinum producer achiever for last month. Until date, in 7 months, Daniel has submitted transactions well above $400,000.
That's right.
Okay, hitting soon to be $500,000 mark in 7 months. And when I just look at last month's transactions, Caribbean at Keppel Bay, River Place, Tiong Bahru Estate, Cambio Suites, the Gale, and as well as a commercial. Was it a commercial?
Yep, it was a HDB shop house.
HDB
at
shop
Bedok.
house.
That's right.
Okay, at Budok Reservoir.
That's right.
Okay. Terence, give us a little bit of your introduction. What were you doing before coming into the real estate business? And before joining us, how many years have you been in the
Sure. Hi, my name is Terence Wong, and I've been in business for about 9 years, since 2012. Before that, I was in my last job. I was with Sabana Jurong, which is it's also in the real estate industry, but we do the design and architecture, the M&E, and it was a full service consultancy service. So I was in business development, where instead of personal sales, I was doing corporate sales. Okay. So instead of earning money for yourself, you earn money for the company. Okay. Yes, that's right. And that was, I did that, I think I was about for 5 years.
Oh, you yes. In Sabana for same
correct, that's
and
right.
How much, so what, in terms of your education, what did you study?
I was in, I graduated in NUS, electrical engineering.
I see, right. And that's why you ended up in some of these. But were you actually applied what you studied even in Sabana?
No.
Because you're business development.
Yeah, correct. But in life, you pick up here, you pick up there. Life is an application of everything that you absorb, I would say. And definitely you will learn something.
What was your salary when you were working as an?
About close to maybe about 80. Correct.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. And where were you in the last 9 years in the real estate, and what were you focusing?
In the last 9 years, I was my first company was in DTZ, and then we got amalgamated, or they merged together with Orange Tea and Thai, and I was there for about 9 years.
That means you are literally in one company.
Correct, one company for the last 9 years. That's right.
You didn't cross over because it's part of the amalgamation.
Correct. That's right. That's right.
And areas of focus that you were doing?
Well, I came into this industry because I was quite a strong believer in property myself when I was in my previous job. So I got my first condo in 2009, and I sold it in 2012. And I made quite a tidy, handsome profit, about $300,000. And I also enjoyed the process of buying. And then also after I sold it, then together with agents, we were going looking around, and I really enjoyed the whole process of finding a house, etc. And it was also in Sabana Jurong, where there was much more exposure to architecture and stuff like that. And that really sparked my interest. And I thought that, hey, this is an industry that could be suitable for me. So I took concrete steps to take the CA license, and then to get out and to move on.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Interesting. I mean,
correct.
You can see how life transformed.
Correct. That's
and
right.
Being in the real estate business, the joy of having your own time and yet not being restricted by the amount of annual income package.
That's right. That's
and
right.
Something that. Are you married? You got children?
Yes, I'm married with 2 kids. So they are 3 and about half a year old.
Half a year?
That's right.
Wow.
So a long way to go.
Are they both boy?
It's a boy and a girl.
Oh, then you're so lucky.
Thank you very much.
It's so complete. Okay, now the question here is this.
Yes.
I notice in terms of the transactions that you close, most are private property, but do you only focus on private property or you're versatile in many areas? Where do you do?
I think as a real estate agent, you cannot say no to anything. So just like Jennifer said, right? Whatever you do, right? There's something to pick up. So it could be from the smallest rental, or maybe your client who is in residential, he wants to find a shop house, an office for his own business, etc. Pick it up and do it, because you will be exposing yourself to a segment of real estate that you're not familiar with. And in this industry, it's all about knowledge. The more knowledge you have, the more you can give back to your clients and the more value add you will be. So yes, the primary focus still is in residential, but I do commercial for a lot of buying, especially in terms of like investments, where the commercial sector can be an alternative source, especially as a third property, for example.
Without having to pay the ABS
Correct,
fees.
example.
Yeah.
So, like an example, like in the last transaction, Bedok Reservoir,
Shop
it
house.
was a very good last third mile property for your clients to buy in. So perhaps they got their primary property, they buy the second investment property, they pay ABSD, and they want to complete it with the third property. So certain segments in the commercial sector, for example, like HDB shop houses, are very high cash flow yielding. And at a certain point in your client's life, cash flow is important, especially maybe they're going to retire and things like that. So you plan it for them, and there are opportunities that can help you to help your client to achieve their financial goals.
That's amazing, Terence, because you are actually going through the journey of a client's
Correct.
lifetime in terms of what they want to achieve.
That's right.
Yep. So you are very comfortable doing public housing, private resale, private new launches,
That's right.
and even commercial properties.
That's right.
Okay. The fact that you have been doing well in the business, what prompted you to cross over to us?
Okay.
After 9 years being in one company, and you just joined us this year.
Yes.
January.
Well, I'm quite a loyal person also. So I was sticking here for 9 years. But, a company goes through organizational changes. And sometimes in my previous incarnation, there was big organizational change. And whenever there's change, so it's a catalyst sometimes for movement. If we feel that maybe the direction is not aligned. And that's when I decided, together with some like-minded colleagues, right, to then perhaps seek forth into possible greener pastures and to see what can we learn from the market out there. And to be frank with you, of course, we did the due diligence process, After 9 years, I think you learn to be very structured, just like how you want to analyze property, so you want to analyze agencies that you want to join. And so we conducted due diligence on both the blue and the red.
Wow.
And we did find that, personally, at least for me, that the blue appeared to be much more dynamic, much more on the upscale, and much more on the forefront of things. And that is why we decided to join PropNext. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I think
you indeed.
whatever you said, you are right.
One more thing.
Yes.
And I think it was very important, right, that PropNext is led by really born and bred salespeople on the ground, you and Kelvin Fong. 20 years in the business. It is very different when a company is led by a salesperson, salt of the earth. You run through the whole process, you're growing your teams, you know the pain of agents, how it's a broad microscope of agents. Some are good, some are middle, some are slower, and how you structure your company, right, in order to help, and especially help people like us, let's say team leaders, right, to also grow up and push their agents along, you see, because you know what it takes, so you can apply on a broader scale. And you guys do it relentlessly. I think it's amazing, right? That you guys still have so much energy to really do it week after week, and I really want to applaud you for that.
Thank you so much.
It's a very strong reason, I feel, and it's very different compared
Thank you so
to
much
other
once again,
agencies.
Terence.
Yep.
I never meant to, for this conversation, it's all about his experience and also for all the listeners out there to say how you can pick up some of the point. But whatever he said is, I just want to say, Calvin and myself, as I just was highlighting, I was just conducting a consumer seminar a couple of days ago. Come next Friday, I'll be conducting another consumer seminar. And Calvin is conducting another consumer seminar again a few days later. And Calvin Fong and myself on the 14th August come together. Actually, we say that both of us, we don't need to work so hard. Yeah, we had a lot of, we have accumulated a fair bit. But you see, what is the motivation that we get, Terence, here is this. Looking at our 9,500 salespeople. We take it as again, if I use again Jennifer's words again, we feel that we are all created by the Almighty for a specific purpose. And I'm very clear with my purpose. My purpose is to make a difference in the life of people who come into contact with me in terms of love, guidance, support, anything. The day when I fail to do that, the Almighty will remove me of all powers, because I am made for that to do. If I think that Ismail here as swell, I am the largest, we are the number one, so what value add am I doing to the people and the mankind? So that is what that motivate us continuously. Okay, very quickly I want to come to, let's share with some of your clients. You have been consistently been active. As I said, I read out many of the transactions that you have done. How do you get your clients?
So like, I think like many of my colleagues out there, it's a lot on your warm base and a lot about your referrals and giving a good service and delivery, and that's why there's a repeat clientele. I think at the end of the day, right, I think you might not be aware, but good service is very hard to find actually. If you look at all the agents, maybe only the top 10% perform. So in any agency, right, if you want to go find good help, you know, be a good lawyer, a good banker, a good accountant, or if you are, you know, even if you are a manager in a corporate company, out of your five maybe team members, one is strong. So in anything that we want, we need to find good people in our lives to help us along. So when you perform well and you value add and you are strong, basically you are a strong value add and you are good help to your clients. And once you reflect that, I think people are thankful, and they also want to then, number one, of course, it helps them that you are providing good value, but they also want to pay it forward to you also, you see. So that's one value. But I would say, besides improving your skills to be a value add to your clients, you must also concentrate on your marketing, because our job is essentially, we are all sales and marketing professionals. A lot of agents, they focus on learning, training. They totally neglect the marketing aspect, because that is actually the more daunting aspect. The business development, the spend, you know. And I would say we really must focus more in order to do the marketing segment to improve our pie, I would say. Marketing is never easy, and it's one aspect that I would say is actually much harder. But in PropNext, you can see that a lot of the team leaders, they do focus a lot on it in trying to push up and try to standardize procedures for their agents. Yes.
Yeah, no, really appreciate that. As Terence has said, training, there's plenty. A lot of people attend training, but do we take that next step into actions? And one of the things is branding and marketing. And do you spend a little bit of, do you also go into the new social media platform and things like that? Or are you more based on referrals? Or how do you do your business?
In the last 4 years, right, so you talk about numbers and all, I was quite consistent, about 400,000, I think, last 4 years. But I've been trying to try to get a breakthrough also, right? And I think I'm quite happy that this year I managed to hit that number within 7 months. I think some of the things that I've done differently is I really tried to standardize my marketing. All right, and I really tried to up my game on the very basics, which is Property Guru. Property Guru is a bit like the bread and butter of all agents, and it's a game. It's a bit like selling something on Lazada, Taobao, or Shopee. You are one guy competing against like 20 other fellows who are possibly selling the same product. So how do you place your product? What's the message? How do you get to the top? Master that game, and I've been trying to, and that's where I have had a bit more success in some cold lead referrals, which I managed to convert. Then through your skills, right, to to improve your whole pie. Basically, improve your cold lead segment, right, to grow your natural organic pie. Because I also learned this a lot from Matthew Lam. So I tried to analyze, how do you hit your $1 million kind of thing? And I do realize it's a segment of silos, or different silos. It's not just warm, but the cold also provides quite a major chunk. So if you really want to hit to the level of the top echelon of millionaire realtors and PropNext, right, then the cold segment is another segment that you really have to up your game and to try to master it.
Thank you so much again. You see, what Terence was saying here is a lot of people, they were mentioning all the groups and the leaders that have joined. They're all looking for mentors. And exactly, you said, PropNext had 30 millionaires last year. And some are salespeople, some were leaders. How did they, and consistently, we also had just 2 days ago when I interviewed someone who was for the 4th year, was 2018 millionaire, 19 millionaire, 20 millionaire, and for this year, in 6 months, crossed 1 million already.
Amazing.
It's again another new breakthrough.
Yep.
So sometimes it is about learning the skills. And as you exactly put it here, you have been doing well. I've been in the previous company for some time. On average, we're hitting about 400. But in PropNext, within less than 7 months, you hit that amount.
Yep.
So now he's finding a new breakthrough.
Correct. That's
Yep.
right.
Really appreciate that.
Thank you.
It's interesting. Okay, would you like to share anything to rest of them and any word of gratitude to anyone that you
Definitely
would
like
have?
to thank all my clients for the last 9 years of your support and trusting me with your valued possessions and helping you to sell, and then also entrusting me in the purchase of your properties, especially to my family and especially my wife, as I'll share my 2 kids. Thank you for really supporting. Every weekend I'm not there, and you got to hold the fort. Thank you very much. And last but not least, also to my whole bunch of associates at the Terrence Wong division who came along and who trusted in me and decided all to come along together, and especially Gavin, who is together with me from HT, who crossed over, and together we are really, especially me and him together, are trying to bring up the whole division.
Okay.
Yes.
When you were there before, last question. Here's this. Did you have anybody under you?
Just 2 actually.
And right now you have
30.
30 people.
That's right.
And that's within it's phenomenal growth. I mean,
Thank
not
you.
only that, because therefore there wasn't a desire before. But
Yeah,
right now
not
it
really.
seems that you're very focused, finding a new breakthrough, not to be in the comfort zone.
That's right.
Doing your personal sales and
That's right.
building your team.
That's right.
How do you find time?
How do you find time? Some things naturally amalgamate together. Instead of spending time, for example, very often maybe as estate agents, you start the day, you browse the listings, and you spend too much time just dawdling on the computer. So instead of spending so much time on that, you sort of learn to discipline yourself to spend or segment your time into silos to do different things: marketing, talking to your downline, sales, splitting the day. And a calendar is, of course, very important. I think every agent needs a calendar in order to really segmentize his time and to try to give a bit of time to everything.
Yep. All I want to say is it's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, sir.
Terrence.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Let me
Thank
give
you.
you your
Thank you.
trophy as well for your outstanding performance
Thank you.
in the month of June. Platinum Achiever Terrence Wong.
Thank you, sir.